You guys keep the middle clear, please. Keep the middle clear so the cameras can get what they need. Thank you. Questions, guys?
How's it feel? Crazy. Overwhelming. That's probably the two best ways to describe it.
Have you been able to look at your cell phone and, see if mom and dad has been texting you?
I talked to my parents in the locker room, but no, my dad, and actually, being in contact with Clint Trickett, he told me to turn my phone off, and I turned it off this morning at like 9 o'clock, and I still haven't even turned it on yet. So I know there was probably people supportive, but that was just distraction at the time that I didn't want to think about it.
Who was it after the game that you were currently looking for the standings?
I was just looking for my parents. They got over there. Yeah.
Sean, what was the feeling in the first half? Especially the second quarter, not being able to do the ball at all, and then the difference coming out.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough that second quarter. I mean, we made a lot of mistakes. I mean, myself included. But at halftime, Rashad stood up in front of everyone, and Rashad's not a man of many words. He's usually just that leader by example. But he just stood up, called everyone out, told everyone what the deal was, and how everyone has to start waking up because the season are here. And I think everyone just turned on that switch in the second half.
Maguire, I saw that you got sacked 5 times. At one point, I even saw you holding your knee. What made you keep going on?
I was good. I got hit a lot in high school, so it's kind of used to me. Not by the guys like Clemson, but it was all right. I knew the line had my back.
Sean, you targeted Nick a lot in that game as well. Was there some? Obviously, you guys are like comfortability being roommates and stuff like that. What did he give you any advice? Did you guys talk a little bit before?
He just told me, all day, he just told me to relax, go out there and just play quarterback like I know how to do. But yeah, it's nice having Nick out there, just a nice security blanket. So.
Sean, what was that like when you had the sack? You took the sack in the fourth quarter, and the next play you find Rashad, and just about the emotions of those 2 plays back to back.
Yeah, it was 2 polar opposites of what not to do, play quarterback, and then what to do. I mean, I just know the situation. You can't take a sack there, especially that situation. I heard it from both the coaches, so I deserved it. But that next play, it was pretty awesome.
Was there a point your eyes just lit up when you saw him break away, or how did that play out?
Yeah, I knew number 2. I mean, that kid was a heck of a player. I know he's young, but he was playing Rashad man, and I saw Rashad beat him, and I think the kid fell down a little bit, and I just put it out there for Rashad, and Rashad, being Rashad, made a play.
Sean, what was it like going back to the bench after that last interception and knowing that could have cost anything?
That was a pretty bad feeling. I had Bobo over the middle of the field. He was open. I overthrew him. So it was a pretty sucky feeling, but luckily this is a team sport, and the defense came up huge.
Can you tell us how much
You felt comfortable enough that you knew you could handle it? Was there like that moment in the game where you just felt like you were good to go?
I mean, in the first quarter, after completing a couple passes, I felt like I was good to go, but we hit a little roadblock in the second quarter. But coming out of the second half, that first drive, we scored the first drive of that second half, was it? Yeah, right after that, I mean, we were like, all right, we got this, we got to go, we got to start driving the ball and scoring some points.
Sean, do you see this game maybe helping you guys, kind of springboard you guys and moving on forward?
Yeah, I'd say definitely. It's a big, like I said, football is probably the greatest team sport. So, Coach always said, prepares us. One man goes down, just happened to be our best player this time. So, I can't thank the coaches and this team enough. It's awesome.
Sean, have Jameis on the sideline help you throughout the game?
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, he's been my biggest supporter since I found out that I was starting. He stayed in that room right there with me until 10:30 at night every night, up until the game, watching film, because he's been there for me. Talking. He was telling me what he was seeing. I was telling him what I was seeing on the field. So I mean, he was awesome.
Sean, there was so much talk of most helpful. What was the most important thing and most helpful thing that someone told you this week?
I talked to a lot of people this week, a couple kids I played high school with, a couple guys who used to play here. And I think the main message was just go play football. Just go play the game you know you love. And it's hard to realize. I'm like, I don't think I could just go do that. It's a pretty big stage, but once a couple of plays went by, it's really what it was. It was a football game.
Sean, a lot of people said that the initial half-game suspension said Jameis have to be a second-half hero, and it's you who makes that fourth quarter throw. Can you put into words just the emotion after the game to have that fourth quarter moment and still get the win?
No, I can't put it into words. I mean, it's the greatest feeling of my life so far, that's for sure. Just to get the win, get this win for our team, it's just awesome.
Did you feel like pressure, whether it's from, maybe just on yourself, did you feel like pressure was mounting after you struggled a little bit in the early portions of the game?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but I really wasn't thinking of it. I don't really think of anything else other than trying to move the chains.
You think you're getting in the gun in the second half? To start the second half, you spent more time, seemed like, under center in the first half. In the second half, you came out in the gun, 15 to 22 in the second half. You looked like you found the rhythm, with the exception of a couple of balls. How much did that kind of get you going? And just the play calls that were coming out.
It was good. It was nice. Knowing Coach Fisher and Coach Sanders had that confidence in me to start calling first down pass plays. Especially line up in the gun and just let me throw it, getting in a rhythm. So it was pretty good.
Sean, it seems like every time you needed a big play, you either find Rashad or you find Nick. How comfortable are you with Nick?
I mean, that's the advice I got from James too. When in doubt, find 80 or 35. So it worked out pretty well.
I mean, do you and Nick ever play? I mean, I'm sure you guys get tired of football, day in and day out. Do you guys ever play in the backyard, play around the living room, goof off living together?
Yeah, we don't really goof off. We're not playing football. We usually play golf or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, the defense also struggled early. Talk about the way they played in the second half and getting those turnovers.
Yeah, they were phenomenal in the second half. The fumble down in the red zone and the 4th and 1 stop in overtime. I don't think you get two bigger plays out of the defense. They were awesome. I give them all the credit in the world.
Sean, the early offensive struggles, did that have anything to do with, Jimbo said maybe it did as possible distraction over what's happened over the last 72 hours?
No, I don't think it had anything to do with that. I mean, maybe, the first couple of plays, it was the lineman getting adjusted to me in the huddle instead of Jameis. Hearing the calls from me, but I know they had my back, and once everyone settled down, we were good to go.
How about did the news late last night kind of recycle the distraction? You mentioned it was a little bit of a distraction on Wednesday. Did the late Friday news kind of put that back to the distraction?
I mean, it was all right. It was more like I was like, all right, now I get the whole game. But it was good though.
How about
What'd you say?
When did you find it?
Last night.
Two more questions. How about the cheers during pregame from the fans, the students?
Sorry, what was
the reception you got in pregame
from the fans?
Talk about the reception, the cheers.
Yeah, that's like I said. I was nervous. I was nervous in the hotel, and once I got out there during warm-ups and heard the fans, it was hard not to hear them chant my name, and I just, I thank them because once I knew that they had the support in me, I was like, all right, we're good, and I feel good now.
Do you think the team did enough to retain the #1 ranking?
Oh yeah, of course. We're #1. What have we won 19 games in a row now? Until we lose, I don't think there should be a dispute.
Even though you struggled in this game.
Yeah, we're still #1.
Last question.
Sean, you got the news late last night. Did it spark any crazy football dreams or anything like that?
No, I just tried to sleep. I just tried to have a good night's sleep. That's so.
Did you struggle doing that?
Nah, at times, but I was alright. That was good.
Thanks, Sean.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. Congrats.